We've got a good one on tap. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in. Going to mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. First and 10, here's Shuck. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. First carry for Joe Mixon. And some good blocking, bringing a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Could have depended on the spot, but it looks like he is short. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Let's go now.
They'll indeed go. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good, and the Falcons will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. Going up top. He's got it! And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Hardman now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Black. Set, black. 33. Yell. Set.
He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. 6-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. Motion man is Rice. On the bootleg, it is shot. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 42 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. James Pierce. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They will work the middle with Mixon. And they'll manage to pick up about 4. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Let's go. Nice. Grab ball leading.
From the gun, it's Shuck. A ball deep for the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Hardman now to return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Ready, red, blue, strike. Here we go. Red. Ready?
The RPO. That one is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
He'll get this complete. That's Anthony Schwartz. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Set.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
Down. Black ultra. Right. White.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to try it here again. That's caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 39 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Red, 38. Blaster, 6. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw again.
rule, Mike, when I was playing, that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hut.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long, so the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Atlanta. That's his second TD catch of the season. The extra point is up and through. And the Falcons are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On play action, it's shut. He's going to air this one out. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like you just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator, understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Operating out of the gun, this is shot. Juan Thornhill, the safety, hurtling in there to record the set. On fourth down, Jack Browning is on to punt, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This returnable for Hardman. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
First and 10. And they're on 42-yard line.
Down, red, cycle, fight, red, 38. Set.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
It's now second and 6.
So after one, it's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin.
Hold it ready. Jack, Panther. Shut up. Panthers, 18 card. 18 card. 10.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Saints.
Now Mixon. He'll take this down inside the 30. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Jalen Walker in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year.
3rd and long.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Cougar 19.
Chuck. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. No problem there on the extra point. Saints are back within 4. It's 21-17. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check, hunt.
Quick throw on the RPO, and he gets it to Mooney. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Set, ready, smash, ready, hunt.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
1st and 10.
Right, 60. Ready. Smith, ready. Ready.
On the give, it's Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a give, but here comes the reverse. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a nice game.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10.
Here we go.
4-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. And a good run there. Will get him 5 yards.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Come on, set. 60 red. Ready.
To the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Here now, third and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is third and 10. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. We'll talk things over before third down.
Steel, black. Let's go. Ball, 52, blue, yellow, go. Set, up.
Throwing now from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. That one is good. And the Falcons can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but Expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
Now Shuck on third down. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
Red, cycle. Here we go, set, white, 50, green. Hut.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Red, 38. Set.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 33 yards.
46-yard line.
Here we go. Edo blue. 6, blue, 32. Ready?
Back to throw. Again, working deep downfield. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
He's got it! And he's in! Touchdown Falcons! His first touchdown of the new campaign. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
This is taken in at the goal line. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. This will be a Saints first down. So take it up to about the 33-yard line. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Good coverage by the kicking team. Out of bounds, shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Blaster, 6. Ready? ready. 33, yellow. Red, cycle. Get through, 52.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
Come on, set. Green, red, 38. Set, right.
He'll look to throw. And is downfield to the tight end pitch. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the
Down.
28-yard line.
On red, 60, blue. Set, right.
They'll look to throw. That one is complete to Hartman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 31 yards.
Here we go, set.
1st and 10 at the 41.
They'll throw out of the gun. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, he tried to fit it back in the middle of the field. Can't do that. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
So often it just comes down to decision-making, and while you understand there's going to be ups and downs and ebbs and flows anytime you're dealing with a young rookie quarterback, the reality is he wants to play well here at home. Maybe he's pressing a little bit, but he wants his fans at his home crowd to be behind him and support him. That's going to come. That's going to be all in due time. Here today, he's got to worry about just play well and execute at the quarterback position. Everything else will take care of itself.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down.
On 1st down, Shuck. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this guy down. Like, I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. Exiting the pocket right. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
They'll run a draw with Mixon. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run. He's able to take the back down for a loss. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready. Here we go. Cut.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Lane at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he gets back to Hartman. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Ready, 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 ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Out wide, that's Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
50, green. Hut.
He fires downfield for Pitts. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And Falcons will extend this third quarter lead.
Saints 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to 23-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it is Shuck. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. From the gun on 3rd down, Shuck. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Set cluster, 6, black, red, black, red. Set,
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's to Mooney. Complete right side. He's taken down for just shy of midfield. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a 1st down.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here down the field will fall incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes.
Let's go now.
You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 22 now, here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
So we are through 3.
For a Saints.
Back with more
First down.
after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on
down,
EA Sports.
Saints.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Play action, it's shut. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
They'll go play action here with Chuck. Headed left, find Tom. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
From the gun, it's shut. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Ready? Ready. Cut.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Going for it all. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Now, this looks like a design run. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson, and even 30 yards.
First and 10
White
at the
blue.
40-yard line.
Yellow. Black shot. Cut, cut.
Back to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
17 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Here we go, set.
At the 43-yard line.
Green. Hut.
Back to the air one more time. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 24 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
Red, cycle.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Carl Granderson getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
Ready up. Smash, red. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up third and real long.
Fires downfield for Pitts. And the Saints are going to have it just past their 25.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. That is a big gainer for the Saints. That gains an even 60 yards. Motion man is Rice. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He runs with it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Saints are able to cut into the deficit.
27.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one is complete to Hardman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Okay,
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively.
Here we go.
It's third down.
Set.
Now this is going to... Oh, looks like he had the first down, but the ball is out. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense, the quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great.
That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Saints. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his third of the game, his sixth this year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given...
And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin then.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Come on, set. But you don't lose.
Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Ready. Drill 3. Ready, ready. Ready. Yep, black. 95.
He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win here for the